Hello friends and welcome to Pied Crow Mechatronic page. Today we are going to look at common abbreviations used in automotive engineering, and some of them you might have come across them, some of them should not sound so strange to you again, but then as we go through them you'll come to learn what they mean. For instance, today we're going to check on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. But there are very many abbreviations that we might not cover together today. Some might come later and some you can find them out on your own. The ECU, maybe you've come across this particular abbreviation, ECU. It means Engine Control Module or Unit. Others call it ECM, others call it ECU. It's one and same thing. So this is the brain of the engine, and this is what controls the electronic part of the engine and also the engine part of the vehicle. We have the PCM. This is Powertrain Control Module. Now this controls the engine and the transmission bit. You notice that PCM and ECU are different things, but ECU and ECM is one thing. So the difference between PCM and ECU is that the PCM controls the engine down to the transmission bit of the vehicle. We have the TPS. This is the throttle position sensor located right at the valve body and the engine, so that when the driver accelerates or presses the accelerator pedal, that this particular sensor, the throttle position sensor, senses on how far the pedal is being accelerated. The RPM, this is the revolution per minute. Simply it means how fast the crankshaft is rotating. Now how is this important to us? Well, the RPM units help us to understand how the engine performs. So high RPM means the engine is performing faster. Low RPM means the engine is not performing faster. The EFI, electronic fuel injection. Initially we had the different modes of injection. We had the distributor injection like the Mercedes-Benz. We had the carburetor. Some of the vehicles still use them, but commonly used in the motorbike. So they use the carburetor. But with the EFI, this is a mode of injection that is controlled by the computer in the vehicle. So it's electronically controlled fuel injection. D4D, mostly you find it in Toyota vehicles. But what does D4D mean? It stands for direct injection, 4-cylinder, common rail, diesel injection. Simply, it means that this mode of injection, this fuel is directly injected into the cylinder head, into the combustion chamber. Unlike other forms of injection, indirect injection, whereby this fuel is not directly injected into the combustion chamber, but then before the combustion chamber, there's an orifice, a port that this fuel is injected through before it goes into the combustion chamber. But in this mode, fuel is injected directly in the combustion chamber, and it's a 4-cylinder, a common rail injector diesel engine. GDI, the Mitsubishi guys use it. It's called the gasoline direct injection. FSI, the Audi people use it. The Volkswagen guys use this abbreviation to mean fuel stratified injection. CGI is one and the same thing, but the Mercedes-Benz people use it. It's called charged gasoline injection. So it means this fuel is compressed under high pressure, then injected into the combustion chamber. So these three, GDI, FSI, CGI, it's just one thing. But then the companies differ. Mitsubishi uses it, FSI, GDI, Audi and Volkswagen use the FSI, then the Mercedes-Benz uses CGI. What of the VVT? variable valve timing injection. What does that mean? It means that injection in the fuel is determined solely by the position of the valve. Never mind so much, this is the computer, this is the work of the computer to deal with this. It's only a matter of knowing when to inject the fuel into the combustion chamber, depending on the position of the valve opening. VTEC, variable timing electronic component, almost close to VVTI. It's only that this is a component. D4 in Toyota engines means direct injection 4-cylinder engine. TDC, obviously the top dead center. So these are the common abbreviations that you might find in vehicles. Others are labeled right at the door of the driver, others are indicated at the back of the vehicle, others are indicated at the side panel. So when you come across such terms, don't be scared. This is what they mean. So I'll be using these terms in now and henceforth as we communicate and as we engage on our page. So once again, welcome to Mechatronics. And if you feel that you have any suggestions on the same, please just like the button there and you can comment below.